Most private equity funds are set up to liquidate at 10 years. Interestingly enough, most private equity funds actually liquidate at 16 years. A fund that performs as the top quartile fund at the onset will typically perform as a top quartile fund later on in its fund life, as will a bottom quartile fund typically perform at the bottom quartile.
It is worth paying more for funds of good GPs.
For LPs that hold interests in these private equity funds, they have an expectation that the fund will be liquidated at the 10 years that it's set up for, or perhaps the extension, which may be 1 or 2 years. So in fact, when the fund extends much longer than that and are invested much longer than what they had planned for.
I think it's clearly disappointing for many limited partners to see that fewer and fewer funds actually wind up within the intended 10 years. I recently read it's about 6% of the funds that wind up in time. Another study by PitchBook recently showed that the average life globally is well beyond 12 years. Other estimates in Europe were even that I think for the venture funds it's 16 years that is the median age until they finally wind up. Our research actually shows that there's quite a strong persistency of fund performance over a fund's life. Analysis also by PitchBook showed that the TVPI of a fund after 5 years has a correlation of about 0.65 with the DPI in year 12. That means a fund that has performed well over the first 5 years is likely to make much higher distribution over the rest of its life, and hence it's obviously also much more worth in the secondary market. So good funds have a higher price in a very justified way. There is some consistency of performance across funds of the same GP, as there is also a consistency of performance of a single fund over time. So we see that a GP that had a top performing fund is having like 35% probability to launch another top quartile fund, and a bottom quartile fund has a 32 to 33% probability of launching another bottom quartile fund. If it would all be random, there would be like each would have like a 25% chance of being in the same quality bracket again with the next fund. So it is worth paying more for funds of good GPs.